guys, welcome to Handcrafted by Tristan. Yes, I am Tristan. This is my cup of coffee, and which I need today. Right, boredom's kicking in and I need to do something. I've had quite a few nice comments about the bag. I actually enjoyed making this. So what I'm planning on doing today is I found an old pattern for one of my bags, which I really enjoyed making. Oh, so here it all is. Oh, let me get it all. So I found the pattern I want to use. Ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. And it's all here. Every little one, two of them. So all I need to do now is stick it to some, sellotape it down onto some leather, punch all the holes. Or is it? Or can I just go? Whoa! That worked. Yes, we've got everything cut out already. So tomorrow, these are getting some decorative. I'll explain that tomorrow's video. There's my buckles, there's my little gussets. The smallest gussets I'm going to be using in a very long while. And the body of the bag, it's going to be a round bag. This time, it's going to be a round one, and it's going to look rather nice. So it's going to be quite big. Hello. So yeah, I am going to do it the same colour as the briefcase. I'm going to dye it red, then I'm going to get the black out, and I'm going to do the bottle effect across the top. So there you go, boys and girls. This is project time. It gives me a couple of days. I'm going to be taking my time doing this as my arm isn't working quite as well. But I'm bored and I want to keep moving. I've got to keep doing something with my hand to keep it moving. So do a little bit every now and then. We should be good. We should be good. So I'm going to get on with this tomorrow. I'm going to take a break now for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, I'm going to throw these two into the laser. I've got a nice image I want to laser engrave into the fronts of them, because these are going to be the end of the bag. So a nice little image at the side. Then I can dye it all. Once it's all dyed, I get all the edges done before I sew it together. And yeah, we're on the way of making a brand new bag. So stick with us, boys and girls. This is going to be a good one. It is a little bit smaller than this, but it's going to be this part of the same range. So all good in the hood. So I will catch you tomorrow. Fresh day, fresh start, and we'll get these in the laser, and then I'll get everything stained, finished, and then the slow part of sewing it all together. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much, guys. Yes, it is part 2 today. We're going to be cracking on with getting these. I've got an image. I'm just laser etching. The laser's just going on one side. I'm going to do that side in a minute, and then later on today we're going to start dyeing all these red, and then do a mottled black effect over the top, and then we get that done. So today's job is get everything prepped, ready for sewing. My hand is still a bit bad today, but you know what? We're going to crack on. We're going to carry on just to see what we can do. Ouch. Right, so I will be back very shortly. Once both of these are done, give me an hour and a half. Come back, I'll show you these. I'll show you how I go about cleaning them up, and then we'll get ready for putting dye. The dye I'm using today is, I'm back with Feebinks. I love my Feebinks dyes. This is red, so I've got my red there ready to go, and I've got a little bit of black which I'm just going to sponge on all over. We'll get that effect. Once that's done, I'm going to give it a good coat of Resin, my Feebinks. As you can tell, I like my Feebink stuff. I know I'm not sponsored by Phoebinks, but if you want some decent leather dye, decent Resolium, and another thing that I do like to use every now and then is my Phoebinks leather cement. Brilliant glue, by the way. Yes, so I'll be back with you very, very shortly. See you in a bit, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll, please. Yes, so I've had these in the laser for the last hour or so. I've done both of them. I thought I'd do something decorative on the end of it. So this is what I've done. Skull and flowers to go along with the red and black theme. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my tray. I always use a tray because I always end up spilling a bit of it every time I do. Let me just put a glove on. Put the other one on. Now, I've gone over this process of how I colour my leather. I get water. This is pure deionised water. Give it a bit of a spritz front and back just to get it moistened. You don't need a lot. Like I say, I've got my Phoebinks red dye. Oh, need that. I'll put that in my little cup. Put that to one side. We get some red dye. And I just like to go around in circles, getting everything covered. And there we go. The red's done. Now, don't forget, I need to do my edges. Now, I am thinking about lining the inside of this bag with a red suede. So I'm not going to colour the inside. I'm just going to do the outside. I'm going to get this ready. Now I'm going to put this down and we're going to crack on with the next one. Where's my water? Give it a spritz. Like I say, I'm not doing the inside because I am going to put linings on the inside. So here we go. Here we go. Make sure I've got it all done. Cover the skull. And there we go. How's that? So I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to get the rest of these little pieces done and dusted. Make sure we've got all the pieces done. These little buckle straps, I am going to do the inside and the outside because I don't want you to see any natural leather popping through. So I'm going to do it like this. That's that one done. It's a nice red Phoebinks do anyway. We'll be seeing the inside of these. Oh, missed a bit there. When the buckle goes on. So I'm going to make sure I do all the edges. Just take a minute. I will be going over these with my token all doing head burnishing on all the edges just before I start to build it. Make sure I've got enough on. I'll do me. So do the back, dip again, do my edges. I would turn it over. We do the front. Look how gorgeous that red is. Absolutely beautiful. Like I say, I am going to be getting the black out later. Use a bit of a torn up sponge, and I'm just going to mottle everywhere, all over it. Give it that effect. Same as I've done with the big bag. Don't use a lot of dye doing it that way. But yes. Get my edges on the straps. These are the front straps that secure the bag with the buckles in place. So I want to make sure I've got enough on. Give it a good coat. Dye. And then once I've done all this, I'll let it dry for a couple of hours. Come back, get the black, get it mottled, let that dry for a couple of hours. Come in, hit it with some Resolene, get all the edges nicely burnished, nicely smoothed. And once all that's done, time to sew it all together. Ooh. Now, before I get to the bigger bits, I am going to take a break because my hand is sore. Right, guys, I will be back once everything's done, everything's dry, and then we move on to the black. Like I say, got some little sponges. I'm just going to rip them all up, dip it in the black, and just mottle over. Right, guys, so I forgot to press record. So all I've been doing is using a little bit of a sponge. Oh, there we go. Some black dye on a plate. And all I'm doing is just going over everything, making sure it all looks nice on the big bag as well. Little spots, little scuffs. So all that has been done. So yeah, doesn't look too great at the moment, but I do need to put some Resolene over the top of it and make them all nice and shiny. Once I've done that later on today, I'm going to go right back. I'm going to do all my edges. I'm going to get the tokenol. I'm going to burnish all the edges so they're all nice and shiny. And then tomorrow, Thursday, God willing, with my hand, I'll get them all done. Hi guys, welcome back to Handcrafted by Tristan. Yes, it is me again, and we are cracking on with the bag as best I can. Right, last night I was having a think. I'm trying to make this new little bag part of the family. What I've done is I painted them red. I was having a think last night, and really I think they should be black. Now, I did say I was going to line it with red. This is black suede, and I think I'm going to line it in black. I'm going to make it look similar. It's not going to be the same bag, obviously. It's going to be a small round one, but I want to keep the look. I quite like the look. So what I'm decided to do is I'm going to keep these red. I'm going to keep the body of the bag red. The two little gussets, which you'll see when I start sewing it together, That means I've got all these little parts. I've got the two buckles, I've got the handle, I've got the two straps, I've got the two handle straps. Uh, yeah, I've got these little pieces here, which if I was to keep it aligned, these have to be black. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to redo these black, just so they keep in line with what I've already done on the other bag. So it's going to stay pretty much the same look, because I think it's nice and I like it. I am allowed to change my mind. It's me who's making the bag after all. So yeah, they're done. I'm going to paint these. I have decided on changing the internals. Um, I'm going to do it with black suede with that with it on the outside. So those are the two internal parts, and I've got the big one to line the main part of the bag, which soon as my hand's better, because I need to spread glue out and everything and get that done. I'll do that later, but whilst my arm's bad, I'm going to get my tray. I'm going to cover these all black, and then hopefully in the next day or two, get it all resined, get it all done, and then hopefully stick the liner to it, get all the holes repunched, get it resined, then I can start sewing everything together. So let me just get Adobe, my black paint. Ouch, that hurts. Oh, I need a glove. I need a glove on for this because I'm going to get dirty. And this ink is a bugger to get off. Because it's a dye. Even though it's putting a bloody glove on. So let me just make some space on my board here for this stuff. We'll be nice and gentle. So yes, I'm just going to go over all these again. I'm going to put them black so it looks the same. So keep the same look in the range. I don't know what made me change my mind, because I was lying in bed last night, just thinking about what I could do. I had a good look at the bag. Thought, you know what, it doesn't look. It looks the same as the red, but I'm not quite too sure about the straps and the buckles. So I had a good think about it. And I thought, you know what, I'll keep it in line with what I'm doing, and I'll make all the straps and the buckles black. And then that way, there's a bit of symmetry going on, bit of continuity in the range. I've not decided what I'm going to call the range, but I'm going to do it. I've got enough leather. I'm going to do one of my companion bags as well, the same colours, get that done as well at a later date. Also going to do some wallets, the same look. I'm also going to do a passport case for all you frequent flyers out there who like to carry your passport and a boarding pass. I know everything's done electronically now, but there are a few people out there who do like to have a nice passport case for the passport and other documents when you're traveling. So this is what all I'm doing today. Is I'm just going to go over all this. I'm just going to send it black. I think it looks a bit better. It'll be a bit of a contrast on the bag, but I quite like that. So this is all I'm doing today. I'm going to let all these dry. Tomorrow I'm going to use some Resolene. I'm going to clear coat the top so I don't mark it or stuff it like that, because Resolene is also an anti-scratch as well. Then, excuse me, I can get on and glue the liners to the back of the body and the two ends. And then once all that's dry, I've repunched all the stitching holes for everything. Possibly at the weekend, if my hand's feeling a little bit better, I'll start sewing it all up. Yes, it's going to be a long drawn out process because my hand is knackered, but other than that, we're all go. I'm looking forward to showing you this bag when it's done. So I think it's going to be a fantastic looking bag. If you guys are interested in a bag, a wallet, a briefcase, a purse, anything like that, please just let me know. Tell me what you want. I'll make it for you. I'm pretty good with my hands. I'll make it to your specs. Oh, and my doggy's decided to come and pay me a visit, which is nice of him. Yes, thank you, Rocco. I'm just on the video at the moment, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'll try and get him on the film one day because he's a bit shy. He's shy. So as soon as I've done this, tidied up a little bit, I think I'll have a little play with Rocco because he is a good dog. My little mate. He sits there very patiently, waiting for me to finish so we can have a play. He's brought his rope in because I think he wants to have a tug of war again. Tell you what, even though he's 7-month-old, God, he's getting strong. He is getting strong. Just double checking I've got everything. I don't need to do that. I need to do that. I'm done. Right. Lid back on, glove off. Done dusted. I'll let that dry and I'll let it dry. Once it's dry, I'll get some alcohol, put alcohol and just wipe it off. But this is my little spill board. Yeah, and you know what? I've needed that quite a few times. So, boys and girls, thank you for watching again. That is it for today. No more. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to put it up next to open window. I'm going to let it dry. Tomorrow, give it a coat of Resolene. Let that dry, and then what day are we on? Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday, glue the back onto it, and hopefully the weekend get the holes punched, and then bearing in mind my hand, I'll start getting it sewn. So boys and girls, thank you so much. I know this is a short one today, but other than that, yay, have a great day, guys. And like I say, if you need anything, a wallet, a little purse, a little handbag, a briefcase, a rucksack, a duffel bag, anything like that, tell me what you want. Tell me how you want it. I'll do you a good job, promise. All right, guys, see you later. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Hi, guys. Yes, welcome to Handcrafted by Tristan. This is part 4, I believe. So I've had a few days off resting my arm. So where were we up to basically? Right, so today's job is lining. So we're lining these two parts, so it's black on the inside. I've got the main body to do as well. Now, how do we go about doing that? Well, let me get my other board up. Another board. Here it is. I should have got it out first. Yes. Right, so I'll do one of these side pieces for you. I'll show you how I do this. Now, as you can see, I've got a little bit of a gap going all the way around. I get my silver pen. I put it down. And I just scroll all the way around. So now I know putting my glue in that area there. The glue I use, by the way, let me get the scraper out. I use Evil Stick, instant contact adhesive. So, and all I do is I put a blob down. A nice generous blob. That's on one side, put the lid on so it can dry up on me. And then all I do with my little spatula is I just go all the way around, making sure it goes all the way up to the silver line. Spread it all out, make sure I've got a nice even surface. Now, most people say you put it on both sides, let it dry, blah de blah. I put a liberal amount. I don't overfill it, but I just put a nice amount on. It doesn't matter if I go outside the silver line that I've just drawn. I just want to make sure it's everywhere. Put that to one side, let that dry. Now, being very careful, line it up properly. Make sure I get it dropped down. Boom. Now we put a bit of pressure on. Make sure it's all stuck. Now you can get rollers, you can buy all kinds of different tools. I have a little mallet, it's round, and all I'm going to do is just roll it on using my arm as a weight, and boom, that's all down. I'm just going around the outside, just making sure everything is taken. Wipe if there is any glue on top of the red leather, little bits like this, just use your finger nice and gently, just rub it off now. If you don't rub it off now when it's wet, you'll not get it off later and it will look silly. People will see it a mile away. There we go. That's all done. What I do now, just to seat it, shouldn't do that. My little block, I get my resin hammer, and I just give it a little tap all around the edges. There we go. A couple of little taps on the inside as well. That's the outside, all done, and now you've got black suede on the inside. I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get this other one done and the main part of the bag done, and then I'll be back to you very, very soon. And then once all that's done, I'll take you over the next process of punching the holes out of these 3 items, and then we'll get on to putting Resolene. Then once all that's done and it's all done, it's time to start sewing. So, hi guys, yes, it is part 4, I think, of this bag. Sorry it's taking so long, but my arm, yeah, I can't do much. Right, so this has been gluing now for curing 24 hours. I glued it yesterday, so it is almost ready for the next step. So what I'm going to do today is, if I can, I've got my 1.5mm hole punch. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to go all the way around, re-punching the holes through the liner. I'm going to do this in real time so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just makes the bag look a little bit better on the inside. Also stiffens it up quite a lot as well. Won't take me but a minute to do. So how is everybody today? How are you all doing? Are you enjoying this lovely summer we are having here in the UK? Currently outside it is 27 degrees. And yes, if you can hear the traffic, I am sorry. I've got the window wide open because it is too warm to be sitting in here with the window closed. So what are your plans this weekend? I hope you've got some lovely plans sorted. I am going to try and get this bag done this weekend if my hand allows, which at this moment I don't think I'm going to be able to, because this is hurting a little bit, but I want to get it done. I'm going to go through it. I'm over halfway on this one. Not far to go. Yeah, every now and then I'm just stopping and checking, making sure I'm going through the bottom layer. I'm not hitting it hard. Basically, I'm just dropping the hammer. I'm not whacking it, not putting no force behind it. Basically, hammer weight going down on it. That's all that's needed to get through leather with this hole punch. Cracking little hole punch, by the way. Sorry, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I can. I got it off Amazon. I got a pack of 4, and you know what? It's probably one of the best buys I've ever got off Amazon. These little hole punches, absolutely brilliant. Where am I up to? A couple more to go. Couple more to go. I think I've done. I'm just going to hold it. Oh, no, I haven't. I've got to do that one. I'll just check it against the light, make sure they're all done. Yes, they're all done. Let me just move the plate. This is, I was at a customer's house and was getting a new kitchen done. This is, I think, density ceramic or something instead of granite. I cut an old cutting board up and glued it to the top, so I've got a relief, and I always put a little towel underneath, a little sound deadener, because I do have neighbours. So yes, that is now ready for the next step. So I'm just going to tidy all these little nobules up. And yes, I'm saving all these little nubs I cut out. One day in the near future, when I've got enough of them, because I haven't got enough of them at the moment, I'll show you what I'm going to use them for. Right, so we've got all the holes cut out. All I do now is I get these big scissors and carefully, and I do mean carefully, I'm here at the light so I can see a little bit better. I'm taking my time, just going round, cutting the liner. The suede is a 2-ounce leather, which I glued shiny side towards the rough side of the 4-ounce leather that I was using for the bag. So the inside is the suede. You know, it basically is suede. It's just a lot nicer feel. It looks nicer, and it's my preferred way of doing it. I buy all my leather from GH Leathers down in Nottingham. Really good leather suppliers. They do quite a few bundles as well. There's one bundle which I do recommend. It's the ex-Pittard stock, and that's furniture leather. They use, you know, for making leather chairs and whatnot, sofas. So there you go. That is all cut out, all the holes punched, ready to get sewn. So I'm going to crack on as much as I can and get the main body of the bag, this other one done, and when I've got all the holes punched out and everything, I'll come back to you, because then it's going to be time to Resoline everything, put a clear coat on it, anti-scratch, and then when that's done, oh, it's time for sewing, baby. So guys, leave this with me for a little bit. I'll get back to you, and then we'll talk about the next steps in more depth. All right guys, see you shortly. Right, we are back on with the next stage. Everything's been cut, all the holes have been punched. Time now to get the Zeal. I don't think the lid's on properly. No, it wasn't. Great. But you just love it when that happens. Hence the tray. Told you I'd need the tray, didn't I? Right, Resoline. It's a finish for the leather. Gives it a bit of a sheen and it protects it. Anti-scratch to a degree. But yeah, I love this stuff. Protective acrylic finish for leather. Yes. Having some of that today. Having some of that. I don't need gloves on for this because I'm going to go and wash my hands straight away. So we get our wool dauber and we just put a nice amount over the top. There we go. And let me get this other piece done. There we go. I've got these pieces to do. These are the gussets. You'll see these and how these work probably in the next video when I do start to sew everything together. But first of all, we want to make sure the leather is treated, coated, sealed with its anti-scratch. Yes. Is it a waterproof? Some people claim it to be a waterproof. Leather's not waterproof. It never has been. It will absorb water no matter what finish you put on it. Water will run off it. It won't just soak it all in. To a degree, kind of waterproof, but I'll never ever say leather's waterproof because I know it ain't. So hence we do finishes like this. It just helps to protect the leather. It also makes it look nice, protects it, puts, like I say, the anti-scratch on it as well, and then it looks cool. Right, so I'm going to crack on and get all these little pieces done. Once I've done all these, I'm going to do the big bag, big part of the bag, and then I'm going to let it dry, and then hopefully tomorrow come back with the thread and the needles, saddle stitch it all together. Oh yeah, with these buckles, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do the underside as well, because when it comes to doing the edges, I'm going to burnish the inside of these as well. It just makes it go through the buckle a little bit easier and doesn't get caught up all the time on the keep or anything like that. Just smooths it up a little bit. There's the other buckle strap. There we go. Resoline on. Soaks in straight away on the back. See what I mean by the leather's not waterproof? It will soak liquid up as much as you. If you put a leather bag in, leather wallet in water, just watch what happens. It will just suck it all up. So there we go. This is today. This is all I'm going to do. Tomorrow is another video. Tomorrow is going to be the start of the sewing procedure. I'll bring you along with every little step so you can see. But for now, have a wonderful weekend, have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you all next time. Bye for now. It is the final part of this bag. So everything is all cut, all stamped. Everything has had a nice coat of Resoline over the top, and it is nice and shiny. Oh. So yes, let me put some more light up so you can see. Can you see? Nice and shiny. Right. I did I thought I pressed record a minute ago when I started. I've already started making the bag, the handle. I've got to the point now where I start sewing little bits together. Once that's done, these get sewn into here, and these get sewn on the bag body because this is going to be the handle of the bag. So yes, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all these little black bits done. This simply gets riveted on the handle. Well, that was just riveted through and on, so that's not going nowhere at all. So that is where we're up to. So give me 10-15 minutes, maybe a bit longer. I'll get all this sewn. What I need to do is with the body of the bag, because we're at that stage now, the handles go in here. These need to be sewn in place with the handles on, and then the straps come down like that. So these are the buckle straps which I need to sew and sew them on. Once this is all done, it's then time to start on these and the small gussets. Like I said to you the other day, I will show you these gussets. Now, one little thing before I do continue. I had a message of one of my friends on TikTok asking me about edging. Now, there's three things you can do with a raw edge. Don't leave it as a raw edge because it's sharp and nasty and it doesn't feel right. You can do it one of three ways. You can get yourself some Tokonol. What Tokonol is a burnishing cream. You just put a little bit on your finger and you rub it up and down the edge. Rub it up and down the edge. You get your slicker stick, put it on, and you just rub away. What this does, it compresses all the fibers of the leather down and it makes it all nice and shiny, nice and stiff. Oh, that's really nice. It's really nice. So you can do it that way. Two, you can get yourself a little piece, a little thin piece of leather, whether you want it a contrasting colour or the same colour, fold it over and sew it along the edge so you've actually banded the edge. Or two, you can get some edge paint. Once you've got it made, you run the edge paint along and it leaves you with a nice coat. So that is three little things for you there, sir. I do prefer the use of the burnishing tools and the slicker stick. You just rub it up and down several times, all nice and smooth. So let me get on with this. I'll be back with you very shortly. Once all this is on here and done dusted, we'll go to the next one. All right, guys. Righty. Oh, where are we up to on this bag build? Right, so we have the handle, we have the buckle straps, we have the buckles. So when this is all done, it's going to be like that. Buckles are going to come through here. Let me just put it in the first hole so you can see what I'm talking about. Get in. Oh, come on. There we go. So there is the little bag. Now, I haven't done a strap for it yet. But if somebody wants it, I will make a strap. I'm just making this handbag, like I said. Right, so this has now been done. So we can put that to one side. Now is the time we start putting these on. So how these go on here is I sew them on here. No, I don't. How do I do this? Yes. confusing myself. So I sew it like this, and then when it opens, it'll be like that, and the gusset will go all the way around, and then you'll see it when it's done. You'll see a better idea when it's done. So what I need to do now is just sew these onto here all the way around, and then once both of these are done, I can then sew the edge around here, sew the edge around here, and then sew these to the gap here to make the bag. And when it's opened, the flap should come up. There's the flap go to here, so that'll be the opening for the bag. Way big enough for anything that you want to carry around with you. Beautiful, absolutely loving this. So on with more sewing, but first I just pour myself, top my tea up, nice cup of tea on a lovely sunny day. God, I needed that. Right, so I'm going to crack on now and sew the gussets to the end of the bag, and as soon as I've done that, I'll come back and we'll start going around the bag, sewing the perimeter of the bag, and then getting ready to sew these into the bag, and then you'll see it all start taking shape. We're very, very close to finishing the bag. Hopefully my wrist can hold out a little bit longer. Other than that, guys, I hope you're enjoying this little series of bag builds. Don't forget, once all this has been done, and what I will do is I've saved all the videos I've posted already. I'll put them together, I'll edit it all so it's a full bag build. It should be about an hour, but hey, if you want to watch it, it's there for you. If not, don't. I will put a couple of shorts out later on today as well. But other than that, all's good at the moment. The hand is holding up pretty well today. Saying that, need to alter that. That's better. Soon as that's done, as soon as this is done, I'll come back to you and I'll show you the next step. All right, guys, I'll see you in a couple of hours. Right, guys, yes, this is the final part of this skull and a rose mealy bag that I've been making. Sorry it's been a bit of a while, but me hand. So where am I up to? What have I done? All the black hardware, all the black straps, handles, buckles are all done on the bag. I've sewn around the edge of the bag to keep the lining in place, but it's not going to move anyway. I've done the same at the bottom, the opening for the bag as well. So all that I need to do now is get the side parts and sew them on to the bag all the way up that line, both sides. Yes, this is going to be quite difficult due to my hand, but you know what, I'm going to get it done and I'm going to get it sorted, and I am going to get it finished today. So bear with me, boys and girls. I'm just going to get everything I need up. Well, really, all I only need sewing and my sewing kit. So how much thread am I going to use? Now I go 4 lengths of whatever I'm sewing just to make sure I've got enough, and then I do a little bit more. So that's 1, that's 2, oh, scissors, has just come over a little bit, so I'm just going to snip it there. That is my thread. I'm going to get it all nailed up, and I'm going to come back to you when I start sewing. So bear with me, let me get all set up, get tidied up, move everything out of the way, I'll get these threaded up with the needles and then I'll come straight back. As promised, guys, I'm back. I've threaded up. I'm just starting the first couple of holes. Like I say, quite difficult for me today, but you know what? I'm going to persevere. So you can tell by the way I'm struggling today, this is going to take a little bit of time, but you know what? I'm not going to rush anything. I'm just making sure I've got equal length. Only that'll do to go all the way around. So as per usual, I'm saddle stitching everything together, come through with one and go back through the same hole. Come on, work your swine. There we go. Stop getting tangled up on everything. What the hell's going on? There we go. So we've made a start now. I think this is going to take me a little bit of time today. So I'm not going to keep you sat there watching me sew. It's not one of them live videos. In fact, that is something I am thinking about doing. A couple of live videos. So tell me in the comments if you fancy a live video at any time, or if you want me to make anything. Wallet, another little handbag, a rucksack, anything like that. So yeah, I'm going to continue getting this done as best I can today, and then later on, once it's done, I'll come back and we'll show you the final results. So what's going to seem like a couple of seconds for you is going to probably take me all bloody day. But you know what? I don't mind. In they go. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it's going to take me some time. So I'm going to put a film on. I might even put an audio book on, to be honest. I'm going to get this sewn and I'm going to get back to you with the final product in like 3, 2, 1. Right, guys. Absolutely knackered. Hand is killing. But guess what? Bum, bum, bum. Yes, the bag is complete. Schools are on. Let me unbuckle it for you. Like I say, there is no quick releases on this bag. This is purely the 2 buckles, so it is pretty secure. And there is the inside of the bag, all in black suede. Oh, it smells wonderful, absolute wonderful. So all I need to do now is I'm going to make a strap for it. But in the meantime, so you can see what it's like with a strap on, because I do have a black one of these already up there in case anybody wanted it. I've taken the strap off. Oh, there you go. Nice little handbag. Made by yours truly. Black straps. Nice little secure bag. So boys and girls, I set out to make something similar to my briefcase. What do you think? Have I succeeded? Oh, you know what? I might make a rucksack out of this. I might make another one. Oh. Yes, so this one as well. This one's on buckles on the front. Let me get that one out. Sorry, I had an idea there then. I do have some things inside. Let me get this out. This one also comes with a leather strap, so you can carry the bag properly. There you go. That's what I mean. A nice little shoulder, which I've done the shoulder pad and it is padded as well. So there you go, boys and girls. That is another one done, handcrafted by Tristan, with these broken, dilapidated hands. Right, don't know what I'm going to do next. All I know is I'm going to have a couple more days off because my hand is killing. I've not had a date yet. I've been in contact with the hospital, and sometime beginning of August, I'm going in for snips. So I'll keep you updated. So a couple of weeks time, 3 or 4 weeks time, I should have had my hand on. But in the meantime, there you go, boys and girls. Lovely little bag. Lovely little bag. Absolutely love it. So don't forget, if I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. Any comments you would like me to make next or anything like that, show you how I make my little wallets. Handcrafted by Tristan. It is the skull and flowers motif again on my wallet because I like that. I also do, where are they? Let me just dig this one out for you. Why can I never find them when I want them? Bear with. I've just knocked everything over. Wunderbar. I also do passport cases. I've got a picture of the world on the outside. I put my maker's logo on the inside and the little poem, "A traveller makes memories that last forever." And what you do is you just put the two the two main parts of your passport in there. I use this as a front cover. You've got a little gap there for a boarding pass, couple of cards. There you go. Lovely jubbly. Right, guys, I am going to put all this together, make one large, long video of the full build. Hopefully you're going to enjoy that. But please keep tuned. I'll try and come up with something next time, whether I make a rucksack, a little small knap pack, a little chest harness. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to think of something. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like it. Please, if you feel I've earned it, please throw me a subscribe. All the best, and I will catch you on the next build coming very, very soon. All the best. Have a great day. Bye now.